don't believe I've ever used those words. I've represented.
Did you when you sent out those personal tweets about Senator Cotton, Senator Blackburn, and Senator Cornyn, did you mean them at the time? Did you say, I support compelled disclosure of political donations by wealthy individuals, but not by minorities?
First, Senator Kennedy, thank you for the gift of the notepads for my children. I really appreciate it. I don't recall using those words before, Senator. I do remember.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've got a bunch here. You've described yourself as a, quote, wild-eyed sort of leftist. Do I have that right?
Senator, I think I was referring to a caricature of the way that I think other people may have described me, not how I would describe myself. And I want to assure you that I understand that the role of a judge is to set aside whatever personal views that person may have.
I heard your testimony. Have you called Republicanism, well, strike that. Did you say, quote, Republicanism is an anti-democratic virus?
No, Senator, I don't believe I've used those words.
Okay, you're under oath now.
Yes, Senator, I don't believe I've used those words.
Okay.
I do remember saying last year that there was a loss of confidence in our elections that has spread kind of like a virus.
Right. Well, that's a long way from calling the Republican Party an anti-democratic virus.
Yes, it's very different, and I don't believe I used those words, Senator.
Right. If you did use those words, will you pull down your nomination?
Senator, I don't believe I've used those words.
But if you did, will you withdraw?
It's hard for me to imagine a scenario in which I would use those words.
I'm just saying, assume it. If you said it, will you withdraw?
If I were quoting someone else saying it to describe that kind of sentence, I wouldn't be expressing my own views. But Senator, without hearing those tweets, Senator Kennedy, it's hard for me to remember precisely, what was said or what I was thinking at the time. I do very much regret the tone that I've taken on social media from time to time. I know that I've crossed the line from time to time, and
When you crossed the line, did you mean
it? Without knowing the specific context or the specific tweet that you're referring to, Senator Kennedy, it's kind of hard for me to say. But
do you generally tweet things you don't mean?
Senator Kennedy, I would agree with you that Twitter has become a very coarse place.
I don't want to debate Twitter. Do you generally tweet things that you don't mean?
Well, Senator Kennedy, I've contributed to the coarseness on Twitter sometimes by pushing the envelope to break through.
Right, but when you did it, did you mean it?
It's hard for me to respond to that kind of generally, Senator Kennedy, without a specific
You're a smart
example.
guy. Sure you can. You either meant it or you didn't. You got two choices, door A, door B.
Well, Senator Kennedy, I know that I've pushed the envelope.
Okay, do you regret it?
I do regret it, Senator.
Do you regret it because you didn't mean it?
Should someone's past social media posts determine whether they are fit to serve as a federal judge? That question sparked a tense exchange when Senator John Kennedy questioned judicial nominee Dale Ho about controversial political statements, deleted tweets, and whether personal opinions could interfere with impartial justice. As the hearing unfolded, Kennedy repeatedly pressed for direct answers, turning the nomination hearing into one of its most memorable moments. Kennedy opened by asking Ho about several comments attributed to him over the years, including statements about political donations and his political ideology. When asked whether he had described himself as a wild-eyed sort of leftist, Ho explained that he had been referring to how others viewed him, not how he viewed himself. The questioning intensified when Kennedy asked whether Ho had ever described Republicanism as an anti-democratic virus. Ho firmly denied making that statement and insisted he had never used those words. Kennedy reminded the nominee that he was under oath and continued pressing for clear answers. The discussion soon shifted to Ho's social media history. Kennedy highlighted several posts criticizing Republican lawmakers and asked a straightforward question. Did you actually mean what you wrote? Ho admitted that he regretted the tone of many of his tweets and acknowledged that he had sometimes contributed to the increasingly hostile political environment online. But Kennedy wasn't satisfied. He continued asking whether the posts reflected Ho's true beliefs or whether he was only distancing himself from them because he was now seeking a lifetime appointment to the federal bench. If you're enjoying our coverage of the biggest moments from Capitol Hill, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Senate hearings and congressional showdowns. Now, let's get back to the hearing.
Or do you regret it because it might cause you not to be confirmed?
Senator Kennedy, I regret it because I think it's contributed to the coarseness of our discourse overall, and I think it would be better.
When did you have this epiphany that everybody has equal dignity and worth? When you were nominated, or?
Well, I believe you're...
Including Republicans.
Well, I believe you're referring to my religious faith,
No, I'm not.
Senator.
I'm referring to your coarseness.
Well, the equal dignity and worth is a principle of my religious faith, Senator.
It's also a principle of morals and good judgment. I'm over. Mr. Ho, you're a smart man, I can tell. But I think you're an angry man. And I really have great concerns about voting for you. We don't need federal judges who are angry. We need federal judges who are fair and can see both points of view. And you said these things. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Senator Feinstein.
Thanks very much, Mr. Chairman. The 4 district court nominees on today's panel come from a diverse background of experiences.
As time ran out, Kennedy delivered his strongest criticism. He argued that Americans deserve judges who remain calm, impartial, and capable of fairly considering every case, regardless of politics. Kennedy said he believed Ho came across as an angry man, and questioned whether that temperament was appropriate for someone seeking a lifetime position on the federal bench. Ho responded that he regretted the tone of some of his past posts and emphasized that every person deserves equal dignity and respect. He maintained that, if confirmed, he would faithfully apply the Constitution and the law, not his personal opinions. The exchange underscored one of the biggest questions facing judicial confirmations today: should controversial tweets and past political rhetoric influence a nominee's confirmation? Or should senators focus solely on a nominee's legal experience and record in the courtroom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think past social media activity should affect a judicial nomination? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.